In this video, I want to talk to you about why people are suffering and why they will continue to suffer unless you do something about it. Hi, I'm Devin Rodriguez, and if you don't know me, I'm the founder of a company called Storypreneur, and what we do is we teach entrepreneurs all over the globe how to tell stories and communicate in a way that is influential, persuasive, and in a way that will help you sell a whole lot more of what you have. So, and in this video, I want to go ahead and share with you a little quick story. If I'm being quite honest with you, business hasn't been booming as of late. When I started this channel, I made a promise to those of you that are watching that I would be very vulnerable, open, transparent, share my journey. The past couple of months just hasn't been cut. I haven't really been hitting my goals, haven't been on track. Sometimes it makes you look at yourself and say, am I on the right path? Or why are things going so slow? And sometimes it takes God placing in your life somebody to reconfirm to you that Devin, you are making an impact, or that you are making an impact. I was on a coaching call yesterday, and there was a client that I've been working with for about 3 weeks, about to hit a month actually tomorrow. And she said, Devin, I want to share something. I said, please, I would love to hear from you. And she said, Devin, I just wanted you to know that yesterday I got invited to go speak on a stage. On November 26th, I'm going to speak on an online conference in front of the world. And she said, Devin, the reason why I wanted to share this with you is because before joining your programs and working with you, I was terrified to speak. I was scared to death to speak in public. And she said, I never thought in my wildest dreams that this would be something that I could overcome. And in that moment, things just kind of hit me that, wow, what you're doing really does make a difference. Now, I'm not here to sell you anything no. The reason why I just shared that with you is because that was my confirmation that, Devin, what you are doing is making a difference. And to hear the joy in her voice and to hear I did it. That's what I got from that. I did it. I overcame. I conquered my fears. That made me look in the mirror and say, Devin, what you do matters. And if you do not do everything in your ability to get what you have into as many people's hands as possible, you are allowing people to suffer. What do I mean? See, before that woman came to work with me, she was suffering, crippled by fear and anxiety of speaking in front of people. She was suffering. And I had two choices. Number one, I could have played it safe and done the safe thing. Not try to sell something or buy products or services. Not talk to her about a potential solution. Or I could have acted with courage and said, hey, based upon what you've told me, I think I have a solution for you. Are you interested? And God willing, that's what I did for this woman. Now, I take no credit for her success because she took action on the information. But here's the thing. It made me realize that there are people out there that are suffering and will continue to suffer unless I get them my products and my services. And in a similar way, I know something about you, that you have a product or a service, a coaching program, a message, whatever it is for you, that can really help some people. That you know that what you have can really change some lives. You know that what you have, people really need it. And ultimately, you know that what you have will help people live better lives. That because of your programs, your offers, people's lives will never be the same. They will experience massive transformation. But I also know something else. That if you're anything like me, there's times when you get nervous. There's times when you get scared to go to pick up the phone to call somebody that signed up on your email list. Thoughts like, what if they don't pick up? What if they say no? What if they get angry with me? And it paralyzes you from acting. I've come to the realization that I have to put my fears to the side so that I can help people end their suffering. There's two options. I can either allow people to continue to suffer in this world because of me and how scared I am and allow my fears to conquer me, or I can conquer my fears and do the risky thing and get people what I have because they need it. And you face the same option. You face the same dilemma. Do I choose safety? Do I choose being a little bit scared, going out on a limb and doing something because I know that the people need it? Scary, I know. But I want you to think about that if I don't sell what I have, people will continue to suffer. What a big paradigm shift versus, oh, I don't want to sound salesy. Oh, selling is a bad thing. Selling is about being pushy. Selling is about giving people what they don't need. No. Selling is about helping someone end their suffering and to step into the person that God called them to be. I heard a story one time of an old man that went out to sea, and he was fishing. And he went out on this little boat and he went out to the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. And it got really, really, really choppy. A lot of waves came. And ultimately, the man ended up going overboard. He ended up in the ocean. He was about 65 years old and his body was frail. He didn't have much strength. and he was able to swim for a couple of minutes until he just ran out of all energy and he was about to drown. And as he was about to drown, there was an emergency boat that was driving by and heard the man's screams. The emergency boat came. There was a woman on the boat who threw him a life vest. She said, "Here, take the life vest. Come to the boat. It'll save you." And to her surprise, the man who was drowning said, "No, no, no. I don't want the life vest. Let me drown. Let me drown." And the woman said, "No, take it, take it, take it. It's the thing that will save you." And the man said, "No, let me drown." And this kept on going back and forth until finally, after about 10 times of that going back and forth, the man took the life vest and his life was saved. See, that's how I view sales. And in my opinion, that's how you should view sales. That there's somebody in this world, that there are people in this world right now who are drowning. They're drowning in their limiting beliefs. They're drowning in their small thinking. They're drowning in their crippling anxiety and fear. They're drowning in their sense of worthlessness. They're drowning in their sense of hopelessness. And you have the life vest, which can restore life into them. You have the life vest that can help them transform from those things into a person that they don't even know exists within them. But here's the other thing. The man said no 9 times before he said yes once. So you have an option. I have an option to make. That there are going to be people who tell me no time and time and time again. But guess what? Just like the woman in that story, she did not give up on the man who was drowning. And in a similar fashion, we have a choice. We can either give up on the clients and customers that are drowning, that desperately need us, or despite them even saying no to us 1 or 2 times, we can continue to go back and try to save them. And it's my belief that eventually the person will be saved once they realize how close they are to really drowning. So let's put the money aside. Like selling, I've noticed that it's nice to make money. We should be compensated for our services and our value. But let's put that aside for a second. There are people that are drowning because they don't have what it is that you can provide. What a paradigm shift. Versus, I just gotta sell something to someone to make a check. No, I have the opportunity through my products and services to end someone's suffering. So if you don't act, if you continue to allow your fears to paralyze you, just like they've paralyzed me for so long, people will continue to suffer. It's gonna feel uncomfortable picking up the phone and calling people. You're gonna have to instill some courage within you and say, despite me being scared, the person on the other line is worth it. They're worth me taking this risk. So you have 2 options right now: to continue to allow people to suffer because they don't have what it is that you can provide, or to step out, take a risk, take a chance, and say it's time to go all in on me selling what it is that I have, because this can end people's suffering and can help introduce them to who God called them to be. So that's my rant for today. Go out and end people's suffering.